And I now invite the president of the World Trade Center Board of Directors, Mr. Andrew Walshaw, to join Tim and me on stage to help introduce the recipients of the 2022 Global Ambassador Awards. Now, as in years past, the World Trade Center has dedicated a tree in the names of the award winners. That's on Government Hill near the World's Fair Pavilion in Forest Park. The trees represent the efforts made by each recipient to grow St. Louis's image as a globally connected community. As you saw from the video, this has been an exciting year for St. Louis on a global stage. On June 1st, Lufthansa Airlines launched the first nonstop flights from Lambert Airport to Europe in almost 20 years, connecting St. Louis to the world and the world to St. Louis. The importance of this new connectivity cannot be overstated. Andy Taylor, chairman of Enterprise Holdings, put it best at the Lufthansa announcement last December. He said, "Now more than ever, digital communications are a critical part of doing business, but it will never be a substitute for real human connections that foster collaborations, ignite innovation, build trust, and deepen relationships." Well said, Mr. Taylor. However, what might be lost on many is just how much work went on behind the scenes to get to this moment. And today's honorees truly exemplify what can be accomplished when we work together on a shared goal while leveraging our strengths as a community. They developed a vision and a plan that regional business partners and civic leaders invested in. And over the course of the next 6 months, they built a partnership with Lufthansa Airlines that in turn built a global connection for this community. Rhonda, Jason, and Rodney, your leadership in securing the successful launch of direct flights to Europe will have a lasting positive impact on our region and our economy. And so truly, there is no more appropriate group of honorees this year. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present the 2022 World Trade Center Global Ambassador Award to Rhonda Hamm-Niebruegge, Director at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. And also Jason Hall, CEO of Greater St. Louis, Inc. And Rodney Crim, CEO and President of the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Tim, and thank you to the World Trade Center for recognizing the asset that St. Louis Airport is to the economy of our region, and recognizing that it takes partnerships to make it grow. So I stand proudly here on stage today with Rodney and Jason to accept these awards. You know, 13 years ago when I took this job, there was a business reception, and I remember talking about the challenges in the industry and the vision for the airport. And when I was finished, you know, hands went up immediately. And the first question I got in the room was, "Rhonda, when are you going to get a nonstop flight back to Europe on a prominent carrier to a prominent market with business class seats?" Because that's what we need to keep this region growing and to be globally connected. And so when we stood on stage last year, along with Don and several members from Lufthansa, it felt so good to be able to finally answer that question and be able to bring this nonstop flight to St. Louis. So on behalf of all of the employees at the airport, and there is a table here today represented with my staff, but on behalf of all of the employees that work for Mayor Jones and myself, we could not be more proud of this moment and to accept this award. They come to work every day in what has been a very challenging decade and put their best foot forward. So I hope that we continue as a team and along with our partners to grow the relationships, grow the partnerships, and hopefully move St. Louis Lambert International Airport forward for many decades to come. Thank you.
hard to follow Rhonda and the incredible leadership she's provided. My name is Jason Hall. I'm the CEO of Greater St. Louis Inc., which is an alliance of the civic-minded business community in St. Louis that's laser-focused on winning this decade and propelling this metro into growth and expanding opportunity for all, no matter which zip code you come from in this great metro. Our work as GSL is made possible only because of our investors, and led by our founding chairman, the great Andy Taylor of Enterprise Holdings, who brought us together as one business organization with one voice, one agenda, and one direction, and that is to win this decade. We are very thankful for that extraordinary commitment to the region. I'm sitting here as well at this table when I'm just moved by the work of people that are leading global businesses and are great business leaders, but choose to take the time to be great civic leaders as well and to give back. And certainly Rodrigo Santos, the CEO of Bayer Crop Science, who we're here with, I mean, fresh moving to St. Louis from Brazil, jumped right in the role that he played in this flight. But I think of Ryan Davis, Brian Cave, Marilyn Bush, and so many of the other members that are stepping up, making this decade possible from the business community. You wrote letters of support. You organized your corporate travel leaders. And some, like Centene, Emerson, Enterprise, Purina, the Herman Companies, Commerce Bank, and Hunter Engineering, stepped up with an extra level of investment so that we could meet this moment. And I certainly want to recognize the late Michael Nydorf, who stepped up in a huge way on this opportunity. Michael cared passionately about St. Louis being a more global connected city and reaching its full potential, and he led by example, and it was truly an honor to work alongside him on one of these last civic acts, and he would be so proud to see us all celebrating today. The effort to bring Lufthansa in this flight here, though, to St. Louis demonstrates what we can truly get done when we speak with one voice and act with one purpose and put that parochialism aside. Greater St. Louis Inc., the partnership, the Port Authority, Lambert, and the World Trade Center were all key players in negotiating this deal. Each brought a unique value-added role that was essential to aggregating the interests of many stakeholders to get to the win. It was a true public-private partnership, and I certainly think the leadership of Mayor Jones, County Executive Page, County Executive Ellman, and others that stepped up to make sure that this deal happened. Folks, there is a clear formula that it takes for this region if we want to get big things done. We see it not only in the way in which we acted to attract Lufthansa to this market, but also the extraordinary win of this metro with the Build Back Better Regional Challenge, one of only 21 cities out of 529 proposals in this country, announced by President Biden in recent weeks, and with Secretary Gina Raimondo hailing St. Louis as a national model of inclusive development. That is a future we can get behind in St. Louis. We also saw it in the successful regional collaboration that brought the NASCAR Cup Series to our Metro East, bringing critical capital investment to the areas of East St. Louis and Madison, Illinois, in our metro, living up to our purpose that we said we would do, which is fight for investment in every area of this metro, particularly those that had been disinvested in decades past. We see it in the new jobs announcements, the developments that we're now as a region starting to announce every month. These are all great examples, folks, of how our metro is working differently and how we're working more effectively with one voice. Learning that give and take, the push and pull of partnership that is very real, but at the end of the day, agreeing to advance forward in one common direction. That's an exciting place for this metro to be. I'm proud to represent GSL in this winning partnership today to receive this extraordinarily generous award from the World Trade Center. I also, like Rhonda, am joined by the staff team of Greater St. Louis Inc. That is here, and certainly want to thank them, particularly our Chief Strategy Officer, Sam Murphy, who was critical in negotiating this deal, and we thank him for his leadership. When we walk out of this room, Let's not forget the formula that got us to this stage, and let's let it be the fuel that gets us to the next great win for this metro. I am seeing increasing confidence and trust, particularly that emerged from this Lufthansa deal, that is helping fuel us to reimagine and create the confidence to rebuild Lambert International, and that is a project that is long overdue. And with our amazing airport director and the work of this business community, let's get there. Let's get that airport redone for the next generation. Now is the time. St. Louis is truly emerging as one of the most organized metros coming out of the forces of the pandemic. And we got a clear plan of what it's going to take to win this decade. So let's go do it. Thank you very much.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Guten Tag. What does that mean? Good day, good afternoon. So wonderful to be here with you. And this is just an exciting opportunity to just reflect on what we can do together. And this is just wonderful. So I'm excited, very excited about this project, working with Rhonda's team, Jason's team, and our team. We just all worked so well together with an end goal of win, win, win. Win for our region. So working collaboratively through public-private partnerships is resulting in some big wins. Jason talked about those, and those are just great. I want to thank the World Trade Center board because, you know, when Tim first mentioned this, I said, okay, and then the board said, he said, the board really wants to do this. And I said, hey, let's do it then. And so it's just wonderful. I want to thank Mayor Jones as well as County Executive Page for their ongoing support. Their visionary leadership is making St. Louis an even better place to innovate and grow business. In addition to the support from the private sector that Jason mentioned, this deal could not have been accomplished without the financial support from the St. Louis County Port Authority. So thank you for understanding the importance of this project to our region and for stepping up to the plate to help finalize this deal. So please stand up, Chair Maupin and the St. Louis County Port Authority board members. Quickly. Thank you, thank you. This new global connection will increase business attraction, retention, and expansion, and enhances our region's quality of life. Other cities with direct flights to Europe have added over $50 million in annual regional impact. This is also important to the work we do through the World Trade Center and Mosaic Project, which helps foreign-born employees who come to St. Louis make connections and feel welcome. This is more than just a connection to Germany. This is a way to connect many of our region's foreign-born workers with a more direct route to their family members across the world. I would also like to thank the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership Board of Directors, we have a number of them here in the room, for their support of collaborating with partners to do our regional work and work as a team and realize opportunities. We have a great team at the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, and I would like to also thank our staff. Thank you very much. Fly Lufthansa. Danke.